Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. Before we get to today's organizing, use it, don't store it, saving time in the craft room video, I wanted to show you a couple of things that I think are the cat's meow. Now this first thing, we should have wiped the dust off. This first thing came to my knowledge through Carol at Lily Rose Blue. You may remember a few years ago when some smart cookie invented fidget spinners. And the idea was that I think they were really marketed originally to children, and the fact that maybe a lot of kids were, I don't know, anxious or fidgety or ADHD or something and needed to keep their hands busy. So, of course, there were the original fidget spinners that were kind of expensive, and then there were the knockoffs, and you could buy them anywhere and everywhere. Anyway, I can't remember if Carol mentioned it in one of her videos, or if it came up in comments on my video or whatever. But she mentioned these little bookcases, and, you know, she had me at books. Anyway, she explained that there are these little, now I'm probably going to have to dump this out. Anyway, long story short, I went on to Amazon and I found all sorts of iterations of this idea. And you were able to buy either these little packets of books, and aren't they the cutest thing ever? And I think they're actual book covers. And of course, it's not a real book. It's just a little piece of something or other and the cover. So I, of course, like, if my philosophy, if one is good, then 3 or 4 must be better. Anyway, I also like the idea of a bookcase. Now, obviously, the way this thing is constructed, you can see. So if this is probably 3/4 of an inch high and not quite as wide as 3/4 of an inch. Because this little bookcase, which does bring the cost up, I have to say that, is quite a bit deeper than that, it doesn't take much to have this all messed up. I, of course, had the books that came with it, and then I bought more. And I also thought they would make cute little charms and so on. So this isn't all of the books I have, much like my real life books. Anyway, so you whoops, there's one the wrong way. So you can see how fiddly this is because it's tiny. Anyway, the whole idea is that you play with this, you mess it up. I didn't purposely mess it up, but just in the handling, they all fell off the shelf. Anyway, I just thought that was pretty cool, and I won't make you watch me fix the rest up. And maybe as an indication of my maturity level, I also bought one of these exact same things to give my 10-year-old grandson as part of his Christmas present, because I think he likes little fiddly stuff like this. So anyway, yeah. On my own time, I will fix this up, or maybe I'll give it a shake, mess it all up and start from scratch. So I don't know, kind of a mindless thing, but I thought it was cool. Then the other thing I saw that was really intriguing is an A3 folding cutting mat. Now, I didn't open it yet, but it cost 13 bucks. I will open it so we can see. Now, A3, of course, is the metric system, say, that England uses, the United Kingdom uses. Not particularly, it's not my first. Like, I grew up on imperial measures, and I've only had to use, you know, in some situations you have to use metric, and some of us are just better at it than others. Anyway, so I thought this would be the ideal thing, both to keep on the side of my desk, close to my desk. It also says it's perfect for mixed media. But more importantly, for those situations where a person is, you know, maybe going, like in my case, I go on my self-guided retreat. Also started going to that Edmonton Junk Journalers group. I shouldn't be trying this hard, but you know us, we gotta save packaging and cardboard and stuff like that. Okay, let's get an idea for what's what here. Easily measure, cut, and craft with the A3 foldable cutting mat. Fold the durable cutting surface in half for storage, or conveniently take it with you. Use it on a non-slip surface. So of course there she is tucking it into one of those sectional bags. Now the brand is Crafts & Co. Oh, it's from the EU. This is something about Amsterdam and the Netherlands. So anyway, I found this at Winners. Oh, the price tag is in the garbage now. But anyway, I found it at Winners. Now, of course, I know enough. Oh, this is just like duct tape or something. And of course, you can see that they've notched it to make those halves fit together. So 2.5, just in case you're keeping score, 2.5 centimeters equals an inch. However, you know, I don't know. I thought this was kind of cool. And maybe you want to add it to your Christmas list. Okay, now, when I tackled this job last night, I thought to myself, surely I cannot subject my people, I consider you my people, to this ugly, ugly thingamajig, this system for sorting sentiments and words that I have been using or not using up until now. So I'll tell you what it was, and I'll tell you what I'm switching to. Okay, first of all, these are pouches that I clearly made to fit a photo box the long way. They are, well, you can see, they are just high enough to fit in there without extending beyond the depth of the box. And this is a beautiful paper, and it's also, it's very durable. I would say it was probably intended as kitchen paper. It feels like it's wipeable, it's vinyl. I zigzagged for, you know, the edges for ultimate durability. And I thought, I've got things made. So this is sort of a pouch in use. But I also have something ugly like this. Miscellaneous words in an envelope. I had these god-awful dividers or whatever, scrapbook paper words. And then, of course, because this is taller, I could never close the box because some of these things are big and extend beyond it. And then you can see I was using the, just dump it in the box, file it later system. And is it any wonder that I never went to this thing and never used these words? Like, this is a recipe for frustration and disaster. So That's what we are evolving from. So let me just momentarily throw this back in here and show you what I have begun doing. And again, I'm not going to make you watch all of this because that would be just awful. Okay, still a photo box. This time I've got it oriented this way. I had several packages of these, I guess, Reflections brand dividers, which of course were intended for these sorts of photo boxes, because back in the day, remember back in the olden days when people printed pictures and you would divide your photo box, because apparently these are supposed to be archival. You would divide your photos into Europe, Christmas 1990 or 2000, whatever. So I have lots of these, and I have used them as dividers in, or as, say, pockets on the side of a page with a built-in tab. Now, isn't that clever? But of course, I have lots of them, and I thought, okay, let's do what we can do here. So I'll just pick this one up and show you. I've used a bigger or a thicker Sharpie to make bigger, bolder, more visible headings. So this one says chapter headings. So we know that sometimes, you know, either on a dust jacket or chapters, it's a bigger, maybe more attractive font. I also have one called Days, Months, and Numbers. So, you know, it's not unusual to find, you know, a set of, to scavenge and save a set of months in different fonts, days of the week, and I even have some waist calendar numbers. Now in here I also have some numbers that I just stamped on, in this case, grid paper. Now, should these be here or should they be in the binder? Yes, it's a binder. Oh, I just spotted something. In a binder called Stamped Pages. Now this is where those discretionary decisions come to bear. You know, like, okay, for instance, I've got these typewriter keys. Now, if you saw the video on me sorting labels, you know that those could easily be there. For some reason, I have them here, and I haven't. I just did what was easiest, which was keep things. Whatever I had put in this box, I've now put in this box. Now, the flaw so far, okay, and I also have one called Definitions. So these are things that I've stamped also. But somehow I think maybe they make more sense keeping them here than in my binder. That I have I have another one called Funny and Snarky. Right now that is a very sad. Can I separate these? I have one scrawny little piece of paper in there. Oh my goodness, I can't separate these. One scrawny little piece of paper. Everyone can remain calm. I've arrived. Not our circus, not our monkeys. She smiled as she realized that she had made yet another wise shopping decision. Oops, looks like I bought wine again instead of milk. Still trying to figure out why I got out of bed for this. Then I did another one called Nouns. Now, I've been writing a weekly newspaper column for about 22 years. So, yeah, I know what nouns are. They're butterflies, and they're Well, I don't know if that's a noun, but I'm thinking that, okay, bread and biscuits, pancakes and muffins. That's going to be fairly straightforward. However, I don't know that just because I've been doing all that writing, and I would say that I'm a good writer, it doesn't necessarily mean I can teach grammar. So we will see if I understand adverbs and adjectives and some of those other less, and verbs. So that will be a challenge too. Okay, phrases. Oh, no, not phrases. Okay, other phrases, I've got all about me, which of course will be a bigger category. And then quotations. So this would be, okay, like this one. I would maintain that thanks are the highest form of thought and gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder. G.K. Chesterton said that. Then I've got stamped words here. Well, look at that. There are a heck of a lot of stamped words here. And then I have a few things called typewritten, because I have typewriters. And at one point I was doing typewritten lists. Okay, now if you are an observant person, you realize the flaw already with this system. It's only a hope and a prayer so far that's holding this all together. It is not going to take much use or neglect. I should put something. I don't have anything handy to make this all fall apart and become a huge mess. So what I intend to do, I think, is reuse these pouches, just shorten them or make them narrower, you know, about there. So cut them zigzag and zigzag. So in fact, out of each one, I'll get 2, because then I could put these guys, these very small, because when I get into the single words, or even, you know, some of these things are very tiny. That way the contents will be contained within the pouch, and the dividers will just help make it easier to find the pouches instead of those ugly things that I was doing before. So that is my long-range plan. Not long-range, later today. And of course, there were some words that already were defying definition. Okay, sapphire, I guess, could be considered a noun. Or it's also an adjective. So that's, you know, again, where some of this is going to be less than perfect. Volume. This I thought I would put somewhere else because it's got a book and glasses. Okay, I've got things like this index. So where does this go? So, you know, I will probably need a few more categories. I also found a couple that refer to bees. So I'm just, without too much thinking or precedent setting, pulled these 2 out, and I will put them in my bees zipper pouch. So that is what my intention is. Now, because I haven't really looked at these things, okay, so some of these are stickers. Now, what was the category here? Now, of course, these could also be, what are these? Let's push this aside so I don't get a cross-contamination. Let's see what these bigger ones are. Okay, these, clearly I folded them back thinking that they could be signatures or should be signatures. I wonder if the snow loves the trees and fields that it kisses them so gently, and then it covers them up snug, you know, and with a white quilt. And perhaps it says, go to sleep, darlings, till the summer comes again. Well, that was Lewis Carroll that said that. Okay, these are going to make it impossible to close Maya Angelou. What did she say? My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Okay, these oversized things. Oh, at some point, I guess I typed these nature quotes on some sort of marbly, not marbly, but mottled paper. On a scrap piece at that. So these are quotes. So I guess I have to decide, do I tear them using a tearing ruler and put them in with quotations? Do I just tear to make the page narrower to fit in the box and keep it intact, like fold it, or cut it into smaller pieces, so tear it into smaller pieces so it fits? Because I probably won't usually keep the box covered, because that's one extra obstacle to using something. What are these? Oh, these are just quotes that over the years I have written out. Oh my goodness. So you can see that no matter what I touch, there are always multiple steps too. Okay, so this is going to need some work. I guess with these handwritten ones, I will have to decide, do I write them out? Like maybe try to do some calligraphy? Do I type them? Do I just add them to a computer file and know that I can print them out at any point, or what? So that will go to the side. Okay, so I started to say, okay, this is a card. I've had this card. This is adapted from Proverbs. I bought this card. I bought several of these cards when my daughter was graduating, and let's just say that's a while ago. I have taught you the way of wisdom. I have led you in the path of virtue. When you walk, your steps will not falter, and when you run, your feet will not stumble. Keep hold of wisdom and guard her, for she is life. May your mind be enlightened by God's wisdom, your soul be enriched by his goodness, your life be touched by his kindness, and your heart be blessed with his love. So, and here are some more quotations. Now these are smaller. I could probably make them fit. But again, I'll do the same thing with these that I've just discussed there. William Morris, have nothing in your home that you do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful. The guy was a genius. Okay, but then I have things like this. These are stickers, probably intended for a teenager, not a woman of my age. But I have them here with words as opposed to with stickers. So maybe what I should do is create another divider called stickers. I'm going to put these bigger things off to the side to deal with quotations differently. More stickers. Just a little more grown-up version. Bernie Siegel. Did I ever tell you about my Bernie Siegel meeting? My Bernie Siegel hug? I have to tell you that story someday. I don't know if the man is still alive. He was, he was up there in age when I met him. Oh, I must have had a Bernie Siegel book that I took apart. Okay. My ode to Bernie Siegel. Yeah, I'll tell you that story someday. Okay, what are these? Shoot for the moon, even if you miss it, you'll land among the stars. So these are all quotes. Oh, I know, these came off one of those Dollar Tree little calendar pads. Okay, let me put this back. This one is obviously not as straightforward as I thought. And I think in order to save myself some frustration, see, some of these are so beautiful. Obviously from some of the books that I have taken apart. Okay, so I think I'm probably going to stop here. I'll just remind you about the mess in this box that I still have to deal with. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, more stickers. So let me put those stickers and those stickers together. And I will find a prominent, whoops, that's not stickers, a prominent and nearby place for this box once it's complete, so that I can, what the heck, miscellaneous words, so that I will be, so I can easily reach for it anytime I need to. And I think you will see that as, these are probably things I just threw in here. Keep calm, it's purple. These are things I threw in here thinking, oh, well, one day I'll, probably watching TV, I will file them. Well, that day is coming. This is obviously from a scrapbook pad. Felicitations. I was going to say flirtations. Some I obviously even inked. Now, why miscellaneous words? This is from that Gnomes book. And eggs. So you can see it's also a cross-section of typography and what looks like handwriting. And really, my ultimate goal here is to, here's a number 2, is to make this a place of joy and a place to celebrate. Oh, look, there's a big E. To celebrate the power and the beauty of words and to use them more, because my goodness, it would have taken some time to rip all this stuff out of books and wherever, magazines. So would it not be better? Oh, this was from the Citadel calendar of plays for the year. Does it not make more sense to use this? Now, it's like I said, it's going to be a heck of a thing to decide where. Oh, I'd ripped this out of an old Victoria magazine. The enduring comforts of fine soap. So we've got the word enduring, we have the word comforts, we have the word fine. So I will, this is not going to happen overnight. Oh, and I guess I threw in here more of these little letters, these little alphabets, so, and more numbers. So those probably shouldn't even be here. This is a sticker. Anyway, I will continue to do this, but I think before I waste any more of my time, I will first remake these pouches so that when I start throwing itty bitty, you know, itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, when I throw, you know, something that's an inch long into a pouch, it's not going to just get under a divider and go into the run section. So guys, I'm going to stop there. Oh, I think I also had a section called scrapbook paper words or something, but again, that's probably not a very useful category because it's better to think, okay, well, those are all nouns, so those could be with nouns. Oh, I could probably have one called inspirational. Anyway, now you know what I'm going to be doing for the next who knows how long. I hope this has lit the fire under you and offered you, if this has bedeviled you as well, I hope it has given you a possibility, just one possibility, for how things could be better. And if you have wallpaper or something similar, well, I think wallpaper is good because it's so durable, to use to make pouch dividers, then your job will probably be easier as well if you decide to adopt this method. And if and when, well, no, there's no if about it, when I get this done, I will show you the results. And maybe you at your place and me at mine, maybe we'll have a little celebratory toast or something, because this will be a miserable little job. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.